Okay. Okay, everyone, I'd like to welcome you all to this month's meeting of reentry councils for Mercer, McDowell, Monroe, Summers County. I'd like to go ahead and start if we'd like to maybe just allow for introductions, everybody that's on the call right now. Whoever would like to start first, go ahead.
This is Phyllis.
Go ahead.
Well, as I say, this is Phyllis C. from the FPC Alderson Reentry Services Division.
Good morning, Rich Ward, Division of Rehabilitation Services.
I'm Tricia Spears from the REACH Initiative and the West Virginia Reentry Councils. And just a reminder to drop your information over in the chat, please.
Greg Castle with the REACH Initiative from Huntington, West Virginia.
Hi, everyone. I am Jen Call. I am the outreach coordinator for the Northwood Health Systems crisis units in the Northern Panhandle.
Good morning, guys. Keith Bowling with Aetna Better Health of West Virginia.
Okay, and I'm William Long. I work as co-chair of Reentry Council's meeting, Mercer, Monroe, McDowell, Summers County. I work as PRSS for Family Treatment Court here in McDowell County. Dropping my information to the chat. So for today's meeting, we had scheduled for a presentation by case coordinator of McDowell County Family Treatment Court, Miss Lindsay Weinbarger. Trying to get a hold of her now to make sure she's got all of the information to log on for the meeting. It's kind of a last minute thing, so I do apologize. But I guess while I am trying to contact her, get a hold of her, does anybody have any developments about newly developed resources that might be available in the mentioned areas of McDowell, Monroe, Mercer, Summers counties?
I don't necessarily have anything to that, but this weekend was the West Virginia Restorative Justice Conference. So Jeremy, I have some really great photos of Portland in his navigation of the obstacle course. So if you need blackmail photos,
I'll always need those, so you pass them along.
so he participated in the Amber and Heather's presentation of the Reach Back Reentry Navigators, and they did a blindfolded partner obstacle course. So his person had to navigate him over and around bowling pins and apples and things like that, and give directions. So it was quite comical, but it was, for me to watch this this experience was the language used and how people give different directions and how you interpret things. So the first used directions like, okay, field sobriety one, use your field sobriety, one foot in front of the other, instead of, other people, that's what we would say, we would say 1 foot in front of the other, but that was the language that they used. So it was interesting to see that, but the entire conference was great. We had 125 people registered. It was a long 2 days, wasn't it, Terry?
It sure was, but I'm going to tell you, it was very informative. And, if we could practice transformative justice all over West Virginia, we would not be needed as badly, it's so wonderful. I learned so much.
Yeah.
And William, I just wanted to say to you that I'm relatively new being a PRSS, but I've been doing this for a long time, volunteering, doing it while I was in prison. And if you ever need any advice, please feel free to call me, text me. I'm going to put my information in the chat.
Thank you so much for that, Phyllis. I definitely will be reaching out to you for sure.
Sorry, that was Terry.
What's that?
That
Oh.
was me, Terry Castle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still learning everybody.
And
No, it's okay.
there's, there were PRSS credits available this weekend. So definitely look for stuff like that in the future if you guys need your hours.
So does the Restorative Justice Summit, does that happen around the same time each year?
Well, I don't know, because this was our first year.
That's the first. Okay, well, hopefully it'll become an annual
Yeah.
thing, and I look forward to being able to take part in it at some point.
Yeah. So this was our first year in person. I think they had tried to do a virtual conference post COVID and it didn't go well. So this was our first in person and it was fantastic. So we may not have the same venue and location, and I don't think that's going to break anyone's heart. But I think it was good. I mean, Bonnie was there as a vendor, and she attended a couple of the sessions. So, you have any feedback? Rich, you were there. Did you actually attend any sessions?
No, I did not attend any of the sessions. I just hung out at my table and tried to give out information.
And protein.
It was great. I loved it.
That's
Met
great.
so many people. So I really appreciated everyone organizing it, and it was fantastic.
That's that. The other thing, as far as the reach, so we do still have funding available to do the screening of the First Step documentary. So if there is, a location there in your area that you would like to offer that, we would just need theater space. So, if there's a community theater or, a college or, a church or something that has a large venue that we could show this screening of this movie. And then afterwards, we usually do like a community discussion, and we'll have some of you from the Reentry Council. We may have community leaders of some sort, city council, county representatives, something like that. So if you've got that and if you're interested in doing that, just let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a couple of theaters that I think may possibly work as venues. We're all have you screened it at so far?
We have done Charleston and Parkersburg.
Okay,
Yeah,
because
so
I
we've
know
not-
there's a theater in Bluefield, the Granada. I think that would probably be good for. And then even for McDowell County, we have a theater here, the Pocahontas.
Okay.
So maybe I can reach out to you after this. And maybe we can work on maybe getting that getting that done, because I think that would be beneficial to the communities here to be able to.
Absolutely, and
Plus, I want to see it myself too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it's free. We will come down there and do everything. We tried to get Lance Kramer, the producer, if he can either come in person or if not, he can Zoom in and be a part of the discussion as well.
All right, that's awesome. Gotta love technology.
Yes, yeah, he's in DC, so
Okay, that's awesome that he still can be there virtually to speak about it. That's great.
Yeah. And then the last thing is, we have now 20 trauma-informed care providers in the state of West Virginia. So we are able to do trainings for, and we did it specifically for reentry. So anyone that's working, in the public defender's office or corrections or DCR or whoever. So these are again free trainings. So if anybody is interested in hosting a training for your people, just let me know.
All right, great. That's awesome. But I do. Thank you, Krisha. I do see that Lindsay is on the call now. She works with McDowell County Family Treatment Court, and I'll let her explain a little bit more about what the program is. But I'll just preface it by saying that in my own experience, and it's what I've seen throughout the years, that for most people, right, that that are justice involved, they at one point or another, especially if they have children, have experienced some form of involvement with, child protective services regarding custody of their children, usually as a result to some form of substance use disorder or other underlying issues. And family treatment court is a program that can help a person navigate that system in order to hopefully reach the point of reunification with the family. So I'll let her tell a little bit more about the program and the benefits that it offers. You're free to go ahead, Lindsay.
All right. I got told a few minutes ago about this meeting. I apologize for my delay. But yes, I do run family treatment court down here in McDowell County, the most southern county in the state, and is one of the worst counties with substance abuse going on and all over. I originally did CPS, done it for 7 years, and that was what the majority of my caseload was involving drug exposed infants and parents with substance abuse. And the state decided in 2019 to create family treatment court to try to help remedy the substance abuse and epidemic that's going on in our state and in our country. It's ran in 5 milestones, but you have to have first a case with Child Protective Services where your children have been removed due to substance abuse. Me personally, I think it's a great program for clients to get in because we have, treatment team meetings weekly and bi-weekly to help with any services that each client might need. And instead of waiting for months and months out, every 3 months when regular court cases are, they meet weekly. That way, if something's needed, it can get taken care of right away. Grant funding is available for, home repairs, classes, visitation, drug screens, food, other things that clients might need. But we try to get it taken care of as soon as possible when clients do get in the program so that they can get clean and stay sober longer.
And I'll jump in to family treatment court. Not all of the treatment courts within the state right now offer peer services, because as of right now, family treatment court is how many counties in total, Lindsay? Do you know the exact number right off?
13 judicial districts serving 16 counties.
Okay, and currently, McDowell, Mercer, Summers, and Monroe, McDowell County is the only county of those 4 that has a family treatment court. But I do hope that that number will increase in the very near future. Do you have any more information as far as if they're planning on implementing family treatment court in any of the other counties anytime soon, Lindsay?
Taking over Baldwin County once the judicial districts merge.
Okay, so hopefully we will see more of an expanse in the coming years. But it's a very beneficial program. Very fortunate and grateful to work with, and the families involved. That's really, I think Lindsay, you covered pretty much all there is to cover for the most part. But I think programs like this or other treatment courts. I myself am a graduate of the Adult Drug Court of McDowell County. It offered me support that I didn't really have before, especially having been justice involved for a very big portion of my life. These treatment courts offered me something that I was lacking of in the previous years, was that support, that guidance, that direction, especially the accountability that came along with it. And I think programs like that offer an environment that's conducive to making life changes to help justice involved individuals lead a more, fulfilling life outside of being justice involved, making better decisions, and being able to lead life in a direction that will hopefully prevent recidivism or further justice involvement. But I thank you for logging on, Lindsay. She's on vacation right now, so I appreciate her taking the time to join us. I owe you one.
You're welcome. If y'all need anything else, just call me back.
All right, and if you care, Lindsay, would you drop your email, your contact information to the chat, so anybody that would need to reach out to you be able to?
No problem.
Can I ask a quick question on that? How does that differ? Like, so there's the adult treatment or the adult drug court or treatment court. Do they work hand in hand with the family court, or how does that work?
They're separate from one another. For McDowell County, we have the same circuit judge that presides over both.
Okay.
As far as our treatment teams and usually our workers go, it's separate. For instance, with family treatment court, we would have a case coordinator that's over the cases, over managing the participants. With adult drug court, they would have a probation officer that they, would kind of be under, which I found myself kind of working between the two because of my own, involvement with the adult drug court previously, and then with my employment under family treatment court. But with a small area like McDowell County, they're usually coming in contact with a lot of the same people from like the public defender's office or through the prosecuting attorney's office. We try and build as much of a support group for these individuals as we can. And there's a lot of overlap just because of the nature of our community and just how small it is. And I see a question there in the chat. As far as is finding work in McDowell County a challenge? It can be, especially dependent on your skill set, because we're not really an industry-driven area, unless you're fortunate enough to have mining certification or previous past experience. It's hard to find a job that's not involving the mines in some way, whether it be surface mining, underground mining, truck driving. We don't have a lot of other industries aside from retail in this area. So there is definitely a barrier for most individuals down here as far as finding employment, I would say. But
Thank you for that information, because I sometimes find that, if you get sober and you go through all the help systems and then are not able to find a job, sometimes that just adds to the turnaround, unfortunately.
Absolutely. And with any of our participants with either family treatment court or adult drug court, we always recommend they first and foremost, put in a referral, which is part of my job or my role or responsibility as PRSS. I try and guide them towards making a referral with Jobs and Hope as a start, because that's a great resource. Then we also have DRS that can help out with that as well down here. So, we do have some resources available that will aid and assist in that, but that person has to be willing to utilize those resources. But they are down here for sure.
Wonderful.
I just have one question. Who is the treatment provider for your family treatment court and drug court? Do you guys go through the day reports or just a mental health agency?
Usually it's a combination of both. We do offer treatment services, or they are available or offered through the McDowell County Alternative Sentencing Program. We do have counseling, peer services. We do a different number of groups. And then also too, we have a lot of participants that receive services from local mental health agencies, most specifically Southern Highlands. They represent a lot of the outside treatment down here for substance use or mental health services. Did anyone have any other questions, maybe about, you know, just kind of the barriers that we might experience down here in McDowell County, or if you have any other questions about any of the treatment courts that we have available in our area here?
No, I think you answered my question.
Okay, great. Yeah, Christian, I don't. I wish I had more planned for today. It's kind of short notice.
No,
Is there anything else that we could discuss, or anything else you want to bring up, or?
I mean, I can't think of anything unless you want to ask, you know, if there's anyone on here that wants to present or share information in the coming months.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that'd be a perfect opportunity to, because that's something I really want to make sure of, is that we have, you know, future presenters for future months. That we, it's not as kind of thrown together as today was. But yeah, is there anybody representing any organization that would want to present in the coming months?
I may have something, we'll have to work out a date because I can't always join, so finding a date that I can. We have a new tool that you can use for use to just educate on any sort of substance use disorder, OUD. It's written at it's nice because it's written at a level which is like super easy to understand, but you can educate, for example, staff inside of a jail, any sort of law enforcement, just kind of giving a good overview of just different things. It could be patient focused. It could be focused towards like your staff, and you don't have to use the whole thing, just whatever you would happen to need. So I'd be happy to present that at a future date.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
We have we meet on the third Tuesday of each month. So
Okay.
after this, if you'd like, I can email you with
Yeah,
the
and I can
date
come up with a date that works.
Yeah, all right, awesome. Yeah, I'm getting your information now. That way, I can send you an email afterward.
Okay, I put it in the chat.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right,
you.
awesome, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bonnie.
Oh, no problem. I'm happy to help.
Actually, Bonnie, I just emailed you a Google sheet, and it
Okay.
has like all of the councils
Yep.
lists and their dates. So
Oh.
I mean, if you want to do it for other councils,
Sure.
up to that shows
Yeah.
you all the dates for all 21 councils.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome, thank you, Krista.
You're welcome. Jeremy, I know you've done some of the others. If you want to, you know, grab one of these, or
I can't do it on this date next month, unfortunately, but maybe in the, you know, future, maybe the following month, I'll just kind of keep it in mind. I gotta keep a list of which ones I haven't done yet.
right.
Yes.
You'll hear from me this afternoon. So
do you have the Google sheet, or can
Yeah.
you open Google Sheets?
Yep.
You got it. Okay. All right.
Yep,
You
I
just-
got it.
If you
Thank
want
you.
to claim a date, just put the date and your name in there. So.
All right, sounds good.
So, Krisha, you can actually just sign up on that sheet?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yep. Just put your name in there
Okay.
and claim it, and then I'll just let the chair know that, you know, that you're going to do that date. So.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, thanks.
Any other takers for upcoming months or recommendations? You've already done this one, I think, Aaliyah.
Yeah, I think so. I was actually going down through July on the Google sheet, and Okay, the fourth one. Never mind. I read that wrong.
Okay. And then
There's
Cody,
I don't know.
if you have, participants and, your people that you work with, always invite them to this council, that this is a council for them. If they, want to share their story, that's what we're here for. So.
Well, I definitely, I'll talk. There's a few that I think would have a really good story to share. So I'll talk with them
Okay.
the coming weeks and make sure they're comfortable with it. And I definitely would love to. Now that I know that would be an option, absolutely. 100%.
Absolutely. That's, this council, I want is open to everybody. And as Judge Alloy, made all of us cry on Friday morning of, there's always room at the table, that, you're always welcome. So, yep.
Awesome.
I'm glad you said that, Tricia, because that's what, now that I'm the new chair of the Capital Wayne Lincoln, I'm trying to incorporate more families and people that have been incarcerated. And I think that, that will get you to the heart of the issue. And, I think it's very important for all of us out here to understand, what prison is like, how it impacted people, and maybe even what led up to it, because usually there's a lot of mental health and substance use that leads up to it. Yeah, I can't wait for my first meeting. I actually had a speaker, but she can't do July 5th about restorative justice. So she'll be at my second meeting in August. And I look forward to seeing everybody there.
And that's, one of the things that we did, in Kentucky, we would do some family support meetings and what to expect when your loved one is coming out, because they've been gone. They've lived an entirely different life. That warm and fuzzy is not going to be there initially. And, how do they readjust to life, and how can you support them and not overwhelm them? So just, things like that are very, very important.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, Krisha, I guess if nobody has anything else they want to present or share or ask, I guess if it's okay with you, we'll go ahead and log off. Or
Yes, sir. I
I
will.
apologize that it was a short one.
No, you're good.
Nope, we got important information shared, and then I will send you the YouTube links and for Mickey also, in case she wants to watch it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Well.